Hi, I'm Dr. Brad Wolf, and in this video we're going to be talking about parts of the body that have a tendency to wear out. Now, I say this not because I want you to be concerned that things in your body are going to wear out. It's that I want you to understand that there are some joints that are more prone to problems than others. So when we look at the human body, we've talked a lot about how we want to keep the positioning of the pelvis nice and level, that we want the spine to go up the center. We want things to be, even though the body's not perfectly symmetrical, we want the body to be as symmetrical as they can be. But there's 3 joints in the body that tend to fail the fastest. 2 of them are weight-bearing joints. The other one is not. But the 3 joints are the knees, the hips, and the shoulders. And the knees, the hips, and the shoulders get used for all sorts of different things, but we talked about the relationship between the hip, the knee, and the ankle, making sure that that leg is nice and straight. And if it's not straight, then you have to do something to compensate for that. If not, it's going to start wearing on the knee. So when that happens, I was thinking about this the other day, that there is one of the body parts that we need to pay attention to is what's called cartilage. But cartilage in our body is actually named different things in different parts of the body. So when we look at the spine, we know it's called the intervertebral disc. It means it's between the bones and the spine. The disc is made out of cartilage. But cartilage is also named different things. So in the hips and in the shoulders, it's called the labrum. And then in the knees, it's called the meniscus. So they're all talking about the same thing. They just have different names. And so when we're paying attention to the body and the wear patterns of the body, the cartilage is really the softest part of the spine. It's typically, over the course of time, you can get tears in the cartilage, or the cartilage can wear down, especially in the knees and the hips. The cartilage starts wearing down, and that can lead to pain and your inability to walk, or your inability to reach with your arm. There's different effects that it has. Your restriction in motion, your ability to be physically active starts to be affected. So, the point in this video is really to look at your body from the standpoint of noticing whether or not your body is in a more vertical upright position. Okay, when you're sitting in front of the computer, are you sitting nice and tall, or are you leaned over? And if you're all leaned over, the part of your body that starts to get affected the most are the discs or the cartilage. But let's say, in my case, I was a runner for many years, and I started wearing on my knees. Well, you can start wearing the cartilage out in your knees or even in your hips. And so there's a preservation that I want you to think about. How do I make these knees or these hips or these shoulders last for my whole life, or my spine for that matter? How do I make my spine last for my whole life? Because there's this slow deterioration process that happens that can begin to start to impede your life and your activity and the things that you want to do. So again, cartilage is named different things in different parts of the body. In the spine, it's called the disc. In the shoulders and the hips, it's called the labrum. In the knees, it's called the meniscus. But again, regardless of what it's called, we need to understand what it does for us. And really what the cartilage does is it separates those bones so that there's a space in between there. Like when we look at the disc in the spine, this part here is made out of cartilage. And again, it starts to wear down, and sometimes it will wear on one side more than the other. And that can cause things to tip to one side or the other. So it's the same thing with the knees. If we look at the relationship between the hip, the knee, and the ankle, if there's a bend in the knee, it either goes in or it goes out, or there's some positional issue, or there's some scoliosis in the spine, it's going to start wearing on that cartilage. So as much as you can do to create more symmetry and balance in the frame of your body, the better off your body's going to age, and it's going to change, you're going to stay active longer, and you're going to enjoy your life more. That's my message for you today. I'm Dr. Brad Wolf. Thanks so much for watching.